Jeff Blank, and this is my wife Shayla. We are co-owners of Forest Lake Camp with the Kelly family. I was a camper back here in the late 70s and early 80s, and my dad was a camper here and a counselor back in the 1950s and 60s, and my brother went here as well. Forest Lake Camp has over 800 acres of private land in the Adirondack National Forest. We've got a 22-acre private spring-fed lake. We consider ourselves what's called a brother-sister camp. We are not traditionally co-ed. The activities are still single-sex. Boys and girls eat separately. They have activities separately. There's a little bit of intermingling and evening activities and our camp play and our traditional Sunday night campfire. Those are done as both camps joining together. But you have the benefit of a single-sex camp experience, but the convenience for many, many families where you've got sons and daughters to be able to come to the same camp at the same dates and still be able to see your siblings a few times a week. We've been around since 1926. We have some of the same traditions dating back to 1926 when it first opened. It's teaching kids leadership, having them try new things and reach new heights, learning to make friends, being responsible. And we do that through not only the cabin experience and mentoring through our counselors, but also through the activities. And you might have team sport activities, you might have some bonding activities with your cabin, some individual achievements like riflery and archery and the climbing wall, where each day you're just trying to get further or just get a better score. And some of those traditional activities, certainly things I would never have done in my life if I didn't come to camp. And I know talking to campers every day now, that's the same thing for them. And there is a translation to life skills and being able to achieve and accomplish and set goals on a daily basis.
Riding, riflery, archery, trap shooting, and sailing.
Mine would be lacrosse, dance, drama, soccer.
I love ultimate frisbee. I love soccer. I loved being part of the play or the dance show. I loved crafts where you can make a lot of cool stuff.
Ultimate frisbee. I also like archery, Newcomb or volleyball, softball, and soccer.
And I've done yoga with Carolyn. I really enjoyed that. I love the waterfront.
Yes.
It's so good.
Everything at Wolf is great fun.
Yeah, so
especially on a hot day.
Sailing and canoeing.
I like everything down at the waterfront, so from waterfront periods to canoeing, kayaking, cognaking.
And riding's a lot of fun. I used to ride when I was here.
I'm scared of the horses.
But I would never, I grew up in a city. Where am I going to meet a horse?
Horseback riding, water skiing, rafting, soccer, and dance.
Yeah, actually, probably one of my favourite things is campfire. We can't have an interview without saying about campfire, especially candlelight. It's
beautiful.
The most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Oh, and canoeing. I love canoeing.
One of the most amazing parts about this place is you drive out of little town Warrensburg, about 5 miles north, and you drive a mile and a half down a dead-end road that ends here at camp. And suddenly you're in the heart of 800 acres of space in the Adirondack Mountains, such that everywhere you look from the highest point in camp is a part of the camp property. And so it's a facility that already encompasses so much space, and the trails that wind in through those, and the hills and the mountains that are part of our own property, that we can do trips and overnights, and that include canoeing and hiking without anyone ever having to leave. And the way that the place has been built up to be a part of that environment, to include the shelters that are across the lake, just to have Forest Lake all to ourselves, makes the facilities outstanding.
Being in a cabin is like home.
Yeah.
You have your own areas in the cabin, and the girls are really respectful of that.
You're in a cabin with about 10 to 12 girls and about 3 counselors. So you each have a bunk bed, and you're always required in the morning to make your bed, clean your locker. Every girl has one job. But throughout the day, you come back to the cabin to change or just to check in. And you really are only in the cabin at nighttime, and that's really when you experience a lot of that cabin bonding. At night, we'll make sure everyone showers, but after showers are done, we'll play games. We're doing something in my cabin right now called Secret Sister, where each girl picks a name of another girl, and you do nice things for her, like write her a special note or make her a bracelet, leave it on her bed. It's a really nice camp tradition, and it's something that really forms special relationships with all the girls.
It's like getting best friends in like 3 days. Because at home you would meet someone gradually, and here you're thrown right into it. You learn their living habits right away. And
It's really nice because like once you meet people, you're like living with them for like 4 or 2 weeks, depending
like
on
your
how many.
sisters for
Yeah, it's like your sisters. Like you can tell them anything.
At the end of each meal, what we'll do is we'll clear away all the plates, and that's when we just kind of let everything loose.
It's amazing. Just like get up and scream like crazy.
We definitely have a lot of cheers that go way back to like 1990 when the girls' camp first started.
We have probably about 20 to 30 cheers that, believe me, once you're at camp for 3 days, you'll know all of them by heart.
We even have some that we like stole from the boys and like made it better.
no, we've always done it. Since I was teeny, we've been doing it, and they're the same every year, so you just get louder and louder each year.
And you'll see us also like on our porch doing all those cheers too. It's not just in the mess hall.
Yeah.
There, a lot of them are songs, and we just like to do them all the time around camp.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's a big part of FLC to cheer. And
Yeah, definitely.
show your spirit.
Really? when I go back home and I'm in a restaurant, I might start just
I
cheering.
do. When I go home and I'm at dinner, I'm like, by myself.
You want to hit something.
My dad will never let me do that at home. Definitely.
Yeah, it's something you can't do anywhere else, and it's pretty special.
I remember on the first day this year, I got here and by the end of the day it felt like we'd been here for like months already because everyone knew each other and we'd all got along so well. So it was good. You made really close friends and
You make them fast, and even if like you're homesick, you really easily you get used to camp. You love all the activities.
Yeah.
So definitely come.
and just being here, it's amazing.
I always come back because this feels more at home than at home.
Yeah. My home away from home.
You feel like you're in your own special world where it's just your friends and just having a good time. No TVs, no iPods, no cell phones. It's just that place to just be with other people, but then also become more of yourself and learn more about yourself. And that's why I have loved Forest Lake. So I've come back every year for 13 years, and that's why I'm hoping I can be a counselor for as long as I can.
I did everything here for the first time, and that's really important to me, and it really does help when I'm outside of camp more than anything at school, you know, and the way I learn. It's all because of what I did here when I was little.
That is something that Forest Lake has always allowed me to be. It has allowed me to grow as a person from when I was 5 years old to where I am today at 17, and I think it made me not only more mature but more responsible and more easily able to open up to other people.
Long-lasting friends is definitely a big part of FLC.
Yeah.
Every camper at FLC receives a recognition stick. It's a wood-burned walking stick that has their name, the year they started, their team color on it, and then any burns that they've achieved over the year. And a burn is a recognition, and a recognition might mean that they've been Camper of the Week, or they won a drama award, or a dance award, or a climbing award. And over those years, campers come back year after year with their sticks to earn more burns. And at the end, it's pretty amazing to see at the end of 4, 5, 6 years, even a CIT or a counselor who's now come back to see how many notches they have and their stick just fully decorated with all their different achievements.
I got involved in Forest Lake with Jeff, and it was really the culmination of a dream come true because of all the summers that I spent at camp. But also in my other life, I've been involved in the world of education and training. And for me, it's all about making kids better kids. It's the fun and the friendships that keep bringing them back. But it's the opportunity to have that kid walk out of here on their last day at camp and have the parents pick them up and see them a little bit taller, a little bit brighter in the eye, a little bit stronger, and there's a visible sense of independence and strength that comes after a child's been here for a number of weeks, because that child's had a good experience. And we hear stories of some of our best campers who might struggle at home, whether for academic reasons or for other reasons, and who thrive here at camp. And to see the gratitude that the parents have when that child walks down to the car to greet them at the end of a camp season, and they can tell right away within 3 seconds what camp means. It's pretty special.